Now Adroit, it's back to them to make their fourth pickup. Of course, the DP can be a bit awkward to play around because you are really revolving a lot around that exorcism timing. Every time that's off cooldown, you don't really want to take any fights and you don't really want to push. But every time it's off cooldown, you kind of need to make something happen right then and there. You don't generally want to have too much downtime with that exorcism if you are the DP. Just want to be able to spam it every time it is available. So Adroit, still having to think about this fourth pick. They aren't going to dive past a minute now for this reserve time. They'll keep thinking about it. It is already a very scary kind of draft from Neon because you have so much push potential with that DK Nature's Prophet. And it's so flexible as well because you have 3 heroes that can be played as cores. You have the Quap who can be played as a support as we saw last game. The Prophet can be played as a support but more than likely will either be mid or off. And the DK can also be safe lane mid or off. So it's hard to know how these lanes are going to go for Adroit. And their reserve time is still ticking down. They're 10 seconds now.
Dire team pick.
Faceless Void.
Okay, we go back into the Void. But the Pugna's still available to be picked up here by Neon. That would force you to maybe run the safe lane DK in all fairness. So by picking this Void up, you may have just made it so you just switch the lanes around for the side of Neon Esports. But I don't think they're going to care. But they go for the Veno instead. Alright. The Veno does pretty good work up against that Death Prophet. Of course, you can reduce the regen she gets from the Spirit Siphon. He also tends to dominate Void in the off lane. So they won't bother with the Pugna pick, but rather they go for something else that does do quite well up against that Void. And I don't think you really have space for the Pugna anymore for Neon Esports, unless you're really going to switch things around.
Dire team ban.
But Adroit, they'll ban out the Troll now. A Troll that is one of those heroes that does do a bit better up against that DP, because if you do get that Spirit Siphon placed on you, at least you can just turn around and battle trance if things get really, really bad. And the Death Prophet's going to be right next to you. So that's going to be the one you're going to target. But Neon Esports now, their final ban out.
5 seconds remaining.
Adroit are still looking for some kind of offlane pick for Ben Soy. They do actually ban out the Dazzle, which is a hero that Ben Soy has been playing a lot. And in all honesty, the first hero that came to my mind was the Dazzle when you think about a Ben Soy hero. So I do like the ban out there from Neon. It also does pretty good up against the draft of Neon Esports because you don't have that much burst damage. So there's plenty of time to just heal up your teammates and throw out the Shallow Grave if you need to on the side of Adroit. But they won't have that option anymore. More importantly though, Neon Esports, how are they going to finish off this draft and where are all these heroes leaning? Because you've essentially got 4 cores and 2 of those cores can be played as supports very easily. Are they going to run the core Veno? Are they going to run the support Veno? They'll have a think about it. They have plenty of time left. They'll have a long think about it.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, the bounty comes out. That one I wasn't quite expecting. I'm kind of wondering now, is this going to be a POS 5 bounty hunter? If you can get the kind of start you had last game on Neon Esports, if you can really start getting that snowball rolling, this bounty hunter is going to really start paying off with all the track kills that you're going to get.
10 seconds remaining.
It's definitely not what I expected. I'll say
5
that.
seconds remaining.
They don't really have a very hard kind of POS 5 here on Neon Esports. It is a very kind of greedy, not necessarily greedy. It actually gets online quite fast, but it is just an all-core lineup even. But Adroit, they go for the Abaddon. That's quite a nice pick. There was a lot of problems there as Neon Esports. They had so many disables last game. At least with this Abaddon now, you have this tanky offlane. He has a free purge Neophotic shield. A lot of sustain there on Adroit now. And overall, I don't mind this from Adroit. I'm still questioning the Void pickup a little bit, if I'm perfectly honest. Because it wasn't that fourth pick, which did allow the counter to be there from Neon. But it could work out. We'll find out very soon. So we'll head over to the full screen for the draft. It's like Rappy is going to be on that offlane Veno. Yopaj is going to take the mid Queen of Pain, and Skem's going to play the POS 1 Prophet. So Playhard's going to play the position 4 Dragon Knight now. Wow. I've heard ramblings about the POS 4 DK. I believe I casted one game with a position 4 DK. It was a bit of time ago now. It can work though. Because the hero doesn't change that much with farm. The whole reason why the hero is so popular is because it has amazing sustain in lane. Dragon's Breath is infuriating to play with against in lane. The hero is just tanky as hell, and the dragon form just does everything it does without farm.
Nothing personal.
So we'll get into it. Game number 2. We are going to have a pause coming up.
See you later, nerds. See you later, nerds.
Good to see both these teams in good spirits going into this game too. Hopefully the pause won't last too long. In fact, we do have Genuel reconnecting on that bounty. Natsumi asking to swap tips. We'll get along with it. I believe Skem is saying you tip first because he doesn't trust Natsumi. I don't know the language, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. But there we go. They'll give Skem the tips. Now the question is, will Skem give it back? He does. He does. He doesn't try to rip off the Void. Always nice to see. Good sportsmanship. It's kind of funny to think about these teams are kind of prioritizing these battle pass points over anything in this game.
Seconds to battle.
We'll get started. It's like Neon going to be able to secure both those bounty runes at the bot lane, and Skem actually going to try and fight back up against Bensoy for that top one, though he just wants to get some harassing, it seems. No Fisher really ever came out from Boomy, surprisingly enough. He just kind of let that happen, and now, well, even Januel's going to be there. Just to make sure they can get as much harass out on Bensoy as possible early on. Poor old Ben. He's done nothing wrong here. This is the weakest point of the Abaddon, in all fairness, though. This is the best time to go after this. He did go for that level 1 Curse of Avernus to make matters worse for Bensoy, so he's got no real defensive capability. And Ben, he can't even get close to the creeps right now. Skem will get the first wave for free. Boomy did end up prioritizing skipping the creep wave and just pulling it over. Might even just try and double it up while he's there, but Januel's going to punish him on the way out. Of course, mid lane, we will see Yopaj once again on that Quap this time. Mac will be on the DP. And it's not exactly a DP favored lane, because you can't really Spirit Siphon the Queen of Pain. She'll just blink away every time. But you should be able to secure some decent farm here on this Death Prophet from Mac. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Bot lane, Play Hard and Rappy. Gonna be there on that support DK and Corvetto of all things. Up against Natsumi and CML. Rappy's job, of course, just gonna be try to get through all the region of Natsumi. You've got this great advantage as the Veno. Just keep harassing out Natsumi the best you can. Surprisingly enough, he doesn't go for the level 1 Gale. He went for the Poison Sting instead, which is a bit unorthodox. You'll usually see the Gale at level 1. But perhaps they just don't feel like they can actually go for the kill attempt, so they'd rather just get that damage over time with the Poison Sting. It is free after all. We do see Genuel actually doubling up the creep wave a little bit. So this will push out quite nicely for Skem. Does make a rotation down to the mid lane, trying to see if he can snipe a courier. Genuel back up to the top lane. Boomy going to go for a Fissure block here onto Skem, but Pen, of course, not really going to try and make any form of play. It's just a casual Fissure being thrown out from Boomy. Bot lane, Play Hard, he did fall a little bit low. He actually hasn't gone for any points in the Dragon's Blood yet. Rather go for that Dragon Tail to have some kill potential. Perhaps at level 3 he may go for the Dragon Blood. Just 1 point in and of itself can be quite effective. Like, you'll get full regen straight off the bat with 3 armor on top.
Normally.
CML, you're a little bit careful. Play Hard is rushing for that stun. If he can get it, Rappy might get the Gale off here, and that might be first blood. CML slowed up, is going to go for the TP. That is the only play to make. Dragon's Breath, no, Play Hard. He waited too long. You would have actually gotten that kill as well. He might still get it with the Gale. No, it won't be enough. But if he had connected that Dragon's Breath, I believe it would have been just enough damage. He wanted to try and go for that final auto attack, and that's fair enough as well, because the Dragon's Breath does only deal 90 damage. Still, they can come back for it. Mid lane Mac is going to be in huge trouble. He does go for a Siphon onto Januel, and they won't actually have the burst damage to take him out. But bot lane, CML will indeed end up dying. They do go back for it. Rappy, the one to pick up that first blood here for Neon Esports. Now Natsumi, however, getting very lucky with these bashes. Almost gets the kill and now does. Play Hard. Probably shouldn't have ran that way. He gets bashed as well. Natsumi just bashing on command on this Void now. And that's going to be a much better start than last game. He's got so much CS on this Void. Top of the CS board and with 2 kills on top of that. He's going to be feeling pretty good about himself. Question is, can they get these bounty runes as well? Natsumi going to fight? No, he won't. Play Hard, we'll just stun him up. Genuel just going to be back up at the top lane. Boomy. Yeah, we'll just take a Janata strike. That's all he can really do here. Boomy's just focused on trying to steal away this neutral camp from Skem. Oh, he does get it just in time. I thought he almost missed out on it. Still mid lane. Again, the pressure is going to be on Mac. Dragon Tail was out, and Sonic Wave this time will not allow him. And now the loser spray as well. Oh, the disrespect. Poor Mac. He had a rough game last game, and well, this time it's not off to a good start, that's for sure. Now Boomy going to get jumped on trying to soak XP, but they were all still around. It's going to be a secondary kill in this mid lane, and that's another loser spray. How dare you? Bot lane, however, they do kill off Rappy. Natsumi is going to be able to get that, but Skem does end up killing off Natsumi. So it's not really all that bad for Neon Esports. You lost your POS 3, but you kill off the POS 1. It's well worth it. And it was just the Nature's Wrath of Skem coming in to clean up that void.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now Neon can easily start applying pressure onto this bot tier 1 tower with really no kind of contention here from Adroit.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going to try and force in the top tier 1, but you really don't have the most amazing push.
Dire's top tower
You do have the Curse of Avernus, which will naturally speed up everyone attacking that tower, so that's going to be nice.
is under attack.
And in fact, never mind, the push is actually pretty decent once you count that Curse of Avernus. So with that Siege Creep, he gets his attack speed boosted up as well, just by a bit.
Dire's top tower
It does add up.
attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
So it looks like Playhard going to go back into that mid lane now. So many loser sprays in this mid lane. They won't quite get the angle there onto Mac this time. He'll be fine. He's doing okay in terms of CS on this DP, but you've got that Exorcism up. You want to make a play. Fish are going to come in from Boomy. They're fighting over the rune. Arcane Rune will be taken by Playhard, and now Mac could actually be in trouble. They have Sonic Wave, and Yopaj will commit immediately, and now Boomy going to be in trouble as well. Oh, it's just not working for the side of Adroit.
Radiant's
Mac is just
tower is under
really starting to fall behind now. Like, his net worth is at 2.1k. We haven't seen one Exorcism usage being committed yet.
Radiant's
They'll bring in Boomy as well, just in case they need the help. And it looks like Bensoy may take over this mid lane. Yopaj did get fished, but ultimately will be able to blink out in time. I suppose the one positive is Natsumi is farming okay on the Void. So you've got that going for you if you're Adroit right now. That's the best thing that is going for Adroit though. So it's going to be really on the shoulders of Natsumi for now. I don't believe he's actually committed a chrono this game either. He's just kind of waiting it out for the right moment. Generally speaking, when you have a DP Void, you usually want to use them at the same time. Genuel still waiting for the courier, and it's going to be Max as well.
has been killed.
Well, that's just terrible. That was his brown boots. That was his bracer. Oh, Mac, he is just having the worst game you could possibly ask for as a DP. He's just got to try and come back. Just stay calm. Try to make yourself get back into this game. It's really hard now, though, because you don't have those boots or the bracer available, so he may not feel comfortable enough to try and commit Exorcism and go push in with this team. Bishop going to be there on Genuel, but he'll be fine to just run away.
Tribute.
I think it is going to be quite important for Adroit to start committing that Chrono and Exorcism together and maybe just take a kill for themselves. But they're fallen behind by 4k net worth now to Neon. That lead's only going to get bigger once that level 6 hits on the Bounty Hunter. We haven't even reached that point yet where the track's here. Bensoy is sitting at level 8 right now. They do Fisher up the Quap once again, but Yopaj will be fine to get out. Now Gale there on Mac, but they will Aphotic Shield him, so he will be safe. The tier 1 tower does go down. Meanwhile, CML actually ends up killing off Skem up at the top lane. I believe that was a Chrono committed, but Mac pops the Exorcism mid lane, trying to fight this out. Boomy does have Echo. Sonic Wave, Bensoy, he didn't have borrowed time. He skilled it up later, but it wasn't fast enough. And now Boomy, he can go for the Echo. It's a lot of damage, but it's just not enough. Oh, that is such a shame. You just needed one hero there to clean up at least 2 of the side of Neon Esports, but it just doesn't work out that way. And now Playhard's just going to slowly chip away at this tier 2 mid tower. And it's almost starting to look like a repeat of game 1. Again, the only difference is Natsumi is actually farming better this time. He'll have the Diffusal up soon.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They're just trying to apply pressure on this bot tier 2 and just maintain that Radiant jungle control.
See you later, nerds.
Natsumi just focusing on that farm. He's going to be building into that standard Diffusal Yasha. He does have the Diffusal up now. Mac does have those items that were on the courier back on him now, so he won't be moving around like a snail. He does have the boots up. Playhard's just going for the classic POS 4 roaming build. Tranquils, Stick, and Blink Dagger. And I actually appreciate that. That is just the way to play it. You just imagine you're an Earthshaker right now with Fisher. You'll see that they're pretty much doing the exact same thing onto Boomy. Just Tranquil, Stick, and he'll go straight into the Blink after.
Radiant's top
And
tower
Adroit,
is under
smoke
attack.
up, down to the bot lane. They have Chrono in 5, so they're going to try and commit onto Rappy. They do have the vision. Rappy does have to just commit everything he has, but ultimately probably will just die, and he does. CML, of course, is going to TP back to the fountain just to be able to survive through all that poison damage. Natsumi does get a great kill, but Mac
See you later, nerds.
up at the top lane, dying again to Yopaj.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're going to start forcing in that tier 1 top tower now. Neon are not able to keep up with the amount of push coming out from the side of... Adroit aren't able to keep up with Neon. Fisher is there, play hard, just going to stun Bensoy and run. Echo being committed, Boomy just wants to lock him down. This is just a POS 4 DK, but they need the kills. Bensoy will take it on the Abaddon. Well, Adroit hanging on.
Radiant's bottom
Net worth
tower
lead,
is
however,
under attack.
6k right now for Neon. Another tier 2 being harassed up here by Skem. It's going to force Adroit to rotate back down and try to defend this.
Radiant's bottom
They
tower
do
is
have
under
Chrono, they do have Exorcism, but they just... No, they don't have Exorcism because Mac popped it last time he died. And with that, they're not actually going to be able to defend this. However, Adroit still seem to be in good spirits. They have put a bounty
Radiant's bottom
onto Yopaj,
Dire's top tower
so they want that Queen of Pain kill. It's definitely possible with a Chrono up. Droid just continuing to bide their time. You have the Vladimir's now up on Bensoy. That's going to be feeling quite good for the side of a Droid. But, oh, there's the disconnection. We'll quickly try and reconnect before anything happens, but I'm pretty sure they're about to break out in a fight. And, no, nothing happened. Well, that's good news. Neon, they're just going to keep applying pressure in that mid lane now. Rappy just going to start spamming Veno wards onto the creep wave. Those wards are very, very difficult for a droid to deal with. They just don't have the heroes right now. And even if you'd say like Natsumi could go just hit the wards to get some free gold for himself, it does kind of leave you susceptible to getting ganked by Neon. Bot lane, play hard, going to be chased down, but he already got the tier 2 tower. He's just unkillable right now on this support DK. Januel. He's going to start spamming tracks out. This is that time that Neon really want to find kills. That track just makes you snowball out of control. We'll see a Deso up on Skem. He might want to make a play with this, and he does TP straight onto the Void. Yopaj does have Orchid as well. Sonic Wave is there. Is it going to be enough? It will be. They will also kill off CML. Skem just one-shots him after the Sonic Wave connected on that AA. Those weren't tracks, but it's still a double kill coming up for Neon. And with those double kills coming out, they're going to start applying pressure down in the mid lane. Droid just still looking for an answer. Neon are going to start moving towards that tier 2 top tower now. Dragon Tail going to be there. They found Boomy with that, but Mac does use the Exorcism. If you are Neon now, you just TP out. Januel tries. He will die. But if that's all they get, you are happy as Neon Esports. Because that skill is now down for another 2 minutes. That's another 2 minutes where you're not pushing towers with Exorcism. And even if you lost that bounty, it's a position 5 bounty. It's really not that important.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yopaj, however, would be a very, very nice kill. But he's actually going to turn around with the Orchid, but doesn't blink in, of course. That was a bit of bait there by Boomy. Boomy had his blink up anyway, so if he wanted to just blink out of there, he could have. Play hard. The blink up of his own. Mac. They do have a sentry ward there, so that observer ward going to disappear now. It's like Yopaj is trying to work towards a BKB on that Queen of Pain just to feel extra safe. Especially up against the Ice Blast of the AA, which is becoming a real nuisance. Echo being committed mid lane. It was a pretty big Echo on Skem, but he just does not die. And now Ice Blast flying in. A great chrono though, Natsumi. He does get 3 with the Spirit Siphon. Skem, he will die. Now the Bounty Hunter as well. Januel will go down and play hard will be chased out. And that's the team fight you were looking for a droid. 3 heroes just dying instantly. Yopaj, he wasn't around the area, so Neon Esports just getting a little bit cocky there, pushing that far with only 3 heroes. Of course, they did have a massive lead, and they still do, but they can't afford to give it away like that. They're going to back off after that T1 mid. They'll just be happy with that. But Neon, you would want to punish. Orchid going to be there. Bensoy in trouble. He does have the borrowed time, so he will survive. They continue chasing, however. No track up on Bensoi, so you're not going to get that bonus gold if you do kill him, and Exorcism being popped here. Mac wants to turn around. Bensoi in trouble. Sonic Wave comes out, but a 3-man silence now from Mac. They want to chase him back down. Neon have to be careful. Scam getting trapped up. Ice Blast connects. He is going to die again, and now Yopaj doesn't have Blink for another second. He does get Yulesed up, but they can't stun. Although, no, the cold feed is enough with the silence from Mac, and now the tips are coming out. Mac will definitely give a lot of tips out to Yopaj every time that happens. And suddenly Adroit have come back into this game, dropping that net worth lead down to 4k for Neon. Denying so many track kills away here for Januel, and Jan goes for the Sentry Ward denial there, but well, he will be okay. Natsumi doesn't have any bashes coming out. Still great fights all around for Adroit. This really does start bringing them back into this game. You look at Mac's net worth, and I mean, it's still very, very low, but he's started to come back now. It's going after that BKB next. Fairly standard stuff for the DP. All your damage is really going to come out of Natsumi, who is working once again into that Satanic. So he doesn't really care about the Veno reducing some of that lifesteal from the Satanic. To be absolutely fair, I mean, the Satanic is so much lifesteal that it doesn't feel like the Veno is doing anything. So once he does have that up, he's going to be feeling that much more confident. Back to farming here. Though no, there is going to be another pause from Neon. Neon Esports, they need to kind of group up and just get it back together. Getting caught out like this over and over again by Adroit, just 2 times in a row. You can't afford to do that when you had such a big lead. They just kind of rushed too fast into trying to go after those deep tier 2 towers. Neon are still posturing quite deep. Adroit just going to be still playing defensively as they are still behind. They do spot out Genuel there on the BH. He'll just throw a track out and back out. But now Boomy jumps in with the dust. Does connect Fisher and Echo as well. They just want the kill. They'll take it. Another kill there for Mac. And it's fine to do that for Adroit. I mean, they don't need the Echo anytime soon. I don't believe Adroit want to fight. I think they are still very inclined to just keep farming up.
Dire are scanning.
It's like Skem's just going to work towards that Silver Edge now on that Nature's Prophet. He does need to be the main source of DPS here for this Neon Esports side. BKB up on Yopaj, and that's going to mean a smoke to come out. They are going to be fighting into a Chrono, but seeing that slam being used by the Earthshaker is enough for them to go in. So they will. Mac's going to be the target. They'll purge off the silence immediately on Mac. And now, oh, they found the Void. It's a much bigger kill. Natsumi, however, will just time walk all the damage off. Still has that Chrono. Nature's Wrath flies through. Poison Nova only connected on Bensoi. He won't mind it either. He has borrowed time. Again, the silence purged off, although now Natsumi does get blown up. And Mac, he's trying to fight back. He's got 4 Spirit Siphons going. It just doesn't matter. Bensoi does try to TP, but it will not be enough. Januel secures some track kills and they get a gem. Oh, but nobody's noticed the gem. They all go for the Roshan. They're all excited about that. The gem's been left there. And, well, now Ben Soy's going to set his courier in. He will take it back. And Neon, that's a bit of a blunder. 25 minutes in, that gem is... That gem is worth gold. I mean, that's just a lot of money you don't have to waste if you are Neon Esports later on. Boomy getting jumped on now. Play hard will be there. Spirit Vessel as well from Skem. Boomy just goes invis with the Shadow Amulet. But Yopaj can just scream him to death and he tries to TP, but it will not work out.
Worthy tribute.
So Neon now at a 12k net worth lead, and that's just so many track kills from that last fight. It's just how fast they can switch it back their way.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Suppose in the end that gem doesn't matter too much as they're so far ahead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice blast. Going to come in with a fish shot. It's going to be quite nice. Yopaj. Ooh, he's going to lose his Aegis. And now Mac, he's there to set up with the silence. He does get it, but Yopaj has the BKB. Does turn around and Boomy now dies. But Natsumi, he does still have that Chrono available. So they'll go after Play Hard. He has no need to Chrono. It is only a pos for DK. They'll deny off that tier 2 top. That's going to leave the side of Adroit with one more tier 2 tower. That's how the net worth graph looks right now. It's just a bit up and down, but still there for the Dire. Rappy is farmed quite nicely on the Veno as well. He's got that pipe up now with the 4-staff. He's building into what looks like the Solar Crest, which is really going to help in escalating the amount of DPS Skem does. It's like a droid just going to have to move in fours. Make sure they're safe. You'll see Skem now. He's got, I believe, the full Silver Edge coming out. Is that it? No, he bought a BKB first. Alright, so full BKB is out and he's an ultimate orb away from that Silver Edge now. Adroit just continuing to remain as a team. But there's a lot of split push going on from Neon. They will have to get their attention to. Mac gets the Yules off. Januel has his ward denied. Look, that was his courier. My apologies. He was trying to get a D ward off here onto the cliff, but his courier does go down. Boomy, careful. Let's get a nice Fisher off, actually blocking him right in there. And now, well, Januel's just a sitting duck. He's got nowhere to go, and Natsumi chasing for more. Again, he still has the Chrono.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Everyone else gets out in time. The top wave is pushing in, so Mac has to go and just deal with that. And they're giving time right now for Play Hard to try and get his BKB up on that DK. He's also at that level 15 point, so once you get into the level 18, you're going to be feeling a lot more confident. But now, Yule's up on Mac. He does purge off the silence there from Yopaj. And that'll be it. They won't bother chasing any further. Yopaj now does have the Shiva's Guard up, which is really going to start helping up against that Void. Speaking of that Void, he may claim the Bounty Hunter kill now. They are trying to catch up to Januel, but he is just out of there. They have a better kill in the form of Rappy, though. And Rappy, where are you going, sir? That is a dangerous place to be right now. But Adroit, they won't capitalize. They do go ahead and just buy out the Satanic for Natsumi. Fisher doesn't connect. Januel with the double damage, just running away. This is so much wasted time for Adroit, I've got to say. Just chasing around this Bounty Hunter that's worth no gold. Maybe they go after Play Hard mid lane, but he's a bit tankier. Januel now showing up again. Play Hard does blink out of there, and Januel also just runs out. And there could be a team fight coming soon from Neon, as they are slowly invading that Radiant jungle. Rappy going to show himself now. Fisher does come out from Boom. It is nice. Ice Blast there as well. Rappy going to try and avoid that, and does. They are still chasing, but now the Poison Nova is out. Rappy will immediately die, and now, well, Natsumi still looking for a nice Chrono attempt. Looks like Neon just didn't really get the position they wanted for that team fight, so they won't go in all the way. Neon might run into Mac. Play Hard does have the blink stun, but can't really get in range in time. Now Adroit are going to start grouping up again. They really want to try and use this Chrono. They don't get the chance yet though. They'll find the BH again. Januel is going to die. But everyone else from Neon has just run away. And in all fairness, this is buying time for Adroit to farm up, even though a substantial amount of that time is being wasted just chasing. Neon just waiting for that perfect moment, it seems. Oops. You are getting to that stage now where Rappy is going to have the Crimson Guard up on the Venos soon. That's definitely going to really nullify a lot of the damage that does come out from Natsumi. Bot lane just casually being pushed in by Yopaj. They wanted to force back the side of Adroit, but now Boomy does TP back, and that may mean a favorable team fight for Neon if they wanted to try and go in. And I believe they will. Januel gonna track up Natsumi. Still feeling confident with that Chrono, doesn't back off, just keeps farming up. In all fairness, Neon Esports, they haven't really made their way to that jungle. They are gonna avoid the team fight. And perhaps the idea from Neon is to just wait out the next Roshan attempt. $16K net worth lead now, though. We may as well have a look at the win probability, and that's been up and down. I'd have to agree with roughly where it is. Like, the late game Void gets very, very scary as time goes on, and in all fairness, you don't have that much scaling on the side of Neon Esports with their own draft. They do start to drop off a little bit. Maybe the level 25 on your Page, that's going to be a big deal because you do get that Scream with the Fear. That is huge. Januel going to break the smoke of Adroit. It's not the kill they want, but the kill they have to take. But now, they do also get play hard. He does go into Dragon Form, but Boomy's going to be right behind him. And they should have plenty of control. Rappy also showing up. This is not the way to do it, I don't think. But they're going to jump in. Sonic Wave. Yopaj from behind does get a huge Sonic Wave. But now, there's the Chrono. It's only on Skem, and there's no damage being dealt. Natsumi, he's still just trying to go. But they're going to lose this if they're not careful. Droid, they have to back out now. Mac's going to drop. He does use up, but nobody on Neon's gonna die. They just wiped them. The Satanic is all nice, but they just don't have damage. A Droid have gone too defensive. They lost the Echo. Are you kidding? Another gem? Just sitting there on the deck, nobody's picked it up. They didn't have the Earthshaker because he died too early. You kind of needed that Echo Slam, but even the Ice Blast never came out. And now Neon Esports, they're going to start pushing in this bot wave. And this is just not working out for a Droid at all. Like, Skem just took no damage. He took more damage from the DP than he did from the Void. You look at Skem's items, he is huge right now. Mid lane, the tier 2, backdoor protection just doesn't matter. And it's Roshan time. A Droid probably need to fight this. Problem is they don't have Chrono or Exorcism. And Neon aren't making it obvious either. They're jumping onto Boomy now, and Boomy just going to get blown up. Back to the Roshan, says Skem. He's at that level 25 now, so he has the very balanced talent that makes him teleport without a cooldown. Thank you, Mr. Ice Frog. He finds a double damage as well. Well, that's good. In case he needed the damage. They're actually going to TP out. They're not going to take the full Roche. Natsumi does have the Chrono back up, so that may be the idea there. They timed it really, really well. That kill that they went for on Boomy in that top lane just took a bit too much time. So it did allow Natsumi to have his ulti back up and ready to go. Looks like Skem is just going to try and finish off a butterfly now. Smoke, gonna be out from Neon. They're gonna try and smoke into the Roshan. Could be dangerous. The pings are already coming out from a Droid. Bensoy is gonna break the smoke. Rappy, he misses the Gale. Cold feed out on the Veno. That's a big Nature's Wrath flying through, and now Play Hard jumps in straight after the AA. Exorcism going to be popped. Poison over there as well. CML doesn't really get any form of Ice Blast off, but he'll buy back immediately. Now Play Hard pops his BKB. They're trying to control Skem in the back, but he's not controlled enough. But now a great Chrono from Natsumi. Does he have the damage? I think he might this time with the Ice Blast and the Echo. It will be enough, but Skem, he does deal with Mac. And now Natsumi, I don't think he can fight back up against this Nature's Prophet. He needs the time walk out, but it's not enough. Fisher is going to be great from Boomy. You have got unlimited TPs from Skem, but he doesn't want to TP into 4 heroes, so he won't. But they can go back for the Roshan now. That was 3 deaths and 2 buybacks out from a Droid. 1 buyback out from Yopaj on Neon Esports during that team fight as well. He'll take the Aegis. And Neon, they want to try and go high ground, but they may want to just wait out their DK. You are missing a substantial amount of push potential there without Play Hard. But I say that, but Skem is hitting so hard, and now Yopaj jumps in. This Silver Edge kicks in as well. They had the Silver Edge, so he couldn't just get borrowed time off. Now, Repair Kit means nothing this game, not with this Nature's Prophet. And Playhard has respawned. He's going to take a while to get to this Radiant base. But they don't need him. Skem will get the top racks. Now Yopaj starts on the mid tier 3. Chrono is still over a minute away. Exorcism, about 30 seconds. Yopaj, Aeon Disc, going to allow him to just soak up so much damage. And now he's thinking about using that Sonic Wave. Mac will use up. But Skem will finish off the mid racks. He's a man of objectives. And they do have, well, the bot racks already taken. So now it's just a full Mega Creeps up. Ice Blast though, Yopaj is going to lose his Aegis. Skem just TPs back to the fountain, buys an item, and is going to be back now. Back, no, he goes for the bounties first. He's going to claim every bounty with the unlimited TP he has. I don't know if he's aware, but his team is quite ahead right now. In fact, 36k ahead. I'm not sure if they really require those bounty runes. That's what that looks like. He's too cool to walk now, apparently. He has gotten rid of his boots, in all fairness, so he just TPs everywhere. Net worth now sitting at over 30k. At this point for Skem, you just want a Moonshard, but he is going to go for that Satanic. It's going to be a matter of what he replaces. You could always just switch the Satanic in if you feel like you need it. Maybe he just gets rid of the Silver Edge and doesn't worry about Ben Soy on the Abaddon.
Radiant are scanning.
Skem? They're taking their time. A droid is defending these megas.
How many of you do I have to kill? Just business, nothing personal.
They have constant vision with this track. Like, Bensoy's trying to purge off as many as possible, but it's almost like he's given up at this point with the tracks. Play hard, gonna move in now. They do jump in. Skem is right there. Straight onto the Abaddon. Bensoy, he just melts. He has no buyback. Do they want to keep going for more? Of course, Natsumi and Mac both have their ultis up. You've got the Echo there as well, and that's a lot of creeps right now around Yopaj, but no blink in yet. Ice Blast. Gonna be there. Yopaj just blinks in and dodges it. Now they could take out this Quap. He does Aeon Disc, but Chrono being committed, but a huge Echo Slam from Boomy. It's just not enough. Yopaj, meanwhile, ends up eating the cheese and surviving the Chrono just barely. Mac goes down. Sonic Wave is there. Skem's on a double. It's not gonna matter from a droid. They're still trying, but the Ancient's exposed completely. And Skem is just man-fighting Natsumi. And this game is over. See you later, nerds, indeed. Neon Esports getting a 2-0 victory over the side of a droid. Which I can honestly say I was not expecting, but it does happen. And that does bring them higher and higher into the group stage now. And I gotta say, they look like a very respectable team throughout this BTS group stage for the BTS Pro Series. Still, we do have another matchup coming up straight after this one. I say straight after, there is going to be a 20-minute wait time, but it is going to be Reality Rift up against Execration next. So we'll be right back with that series in about 20 minutes. It is MLP Dota. Joined by nobody right now, but I'm going to try and find another analyst that has an internet connection. And we'll be right back.